Hey guys, how you doing? Good afternoon to you on this day of July 16th, 2025. Instead of sending out a group chat, I figured I'd just make a quick video to discuss some messages I've gotten from operations managers in all areas from IDEXX. IDEXX is really cracking down right now. They are checking up on protocol, making sure that it's done properly. They are checking up on, we'll say protocol. We'll keep it at that. This is from Panama City all the way over to New Orleans area, and even up to Birmingham. It goes even greater than that. It seems like just the East Coast in general is really suffering bad. So I'm getting these emails from both accounts, LabExpress and US Pack. So this is not any one individual or any one team to their city. IDEXX is being IDEXX. If you guys been with me for a while or been on an account with them before, you guys kind of know. There's an old saying: you get out what you put in, and IDEXX doesn't want to put in a whole lot, but what they want back is they want more. But it is what it is. We're all here to get a piece of the pie, and I think we all kind of picked this industry to be in, whether it's long-term or short-term, for a reason. And I'll leave that at that. But I want to give shout-outs as well to, first of all, everybody. I really can't short anybody. If you're watching this video, if you got sent this video, it's a reason why I sent it to you. So I'll just go down the list. Craig out in Panama City, Rondell and his wife Jackie, Superstar Dawn out in Pensacola, Bree and Anthony out in New Orleans in Mississippi, and the Birmingham crew, Dion Demetrius. Nobody else I forgot, but everyone else is still either relatively new, and I'll speak to them one-on-one. But and some people like Miss D out in Mobile, she hadn't been with us for a while because she's been under the weather, or her and her husband have been under the weather. So prayers for them. Okay, so I got a message this morning that IDEXX, on both accounts, US Pack and LabExpress, are going to be doing handoff audits, meaning that they're going to look at the handoffs, right, from the 1st of July until, I didn't get an end date, but they just want to make sure that the handoffs are being closed out correctly. And all that simply is just your route bag has the route number on it. You take a clear picture of the route bag with the route number on it. And I'm going to say for both accounts, you can leave the package count at 0, because it throws off the whole entire count for the route if you add 1, which technically, if you hand over a bag, that should be considered 1 bag. And to be honest, I don't think they've figured it out yet, but let me know in the comments if what you do. If you put 1 for the handoff, as far as how many route bags you hand over, or if you put 0. I think over the years, I've heard different things, but I think the last I heard was that it's supposed to be 0. That's small. I think we can work around that. That's not really even an IDEXX audit. That is a US PAC and or Lab Express concern. That's something that they can let us know. But IDEXX is checking the records of US PAC and Lab Express. And that means logging into our routes and seeing what we're using or doing for the handoff. To my knowledge, that's probably one of the easiest things to do, and everybody's probably been doing it. But I'm letting you know because I don't know where's it going. What I do know is that both Billy and US PAC and Jeremy with Lab Express, the operations managers, I've built relationships with them. More so Jeremy because it's been 2 years and I've come up to bat every time he needed me, where Billy is trying to figure out his role in this. Who's an ally, who's not. And I think he's at a point where before I look bad, everybody's getting thrown under the bus, for lack of better terms. So if you're under US PAC, we kind of got to be superstars right now. We have to follow the protocol down to a T. I do know that IDEXX has Lab Express under similar scrutiny right now, but I believe that Jeremy would reach out to me first and say, hey, this route needs to tighten up, that route needs to tighten up, or whatever. Or he'll just call and complain and say, man, the whole damn thing's falling apart. Make sure your drivers are da-da-da-da-da. If you've worked with Lab Express and you know Jeremy, you know that's how he talks. He is a South Florida, as he'll say, redneck for real. And he's super proud of it. And he's funny. He's hilarious. But Billy is in a position where maybe most of us have been in, and this is under US PAC. But Billy, the operations manager under US PAC, is in a position where you're new to a place that, or a company that seems to have some issues. And in fact, they tell you that that's the reason why they're bringing you in, right? They're bringing you in to help so that your expertise can be applied to whatever system they have, thinking it'll clean it up. And so you almost have this weight on you to do really good. And I think at first Billy might have came in trying to be friendly with everyone, calm, cool, relaxed kind of way. And lately he's been kind of, in my mind, it's like Terminator style, you know what I mean? Which I'm fine with. You know, I'm not an A-type person, but I've worked with, my mentor is an A-type. My parents were A-types, so I grew up with A-types. What you mean is what you say is what you mean. I need this, and this done. There's no nice way to say it. This is what I need done. This is what I need you to do it. So I can roll with that. But he, in part, is still, he's not an A-type either. I can tell you that, but he's trying to fit the role. But what I do think he'll do is he'll start chopping heads before he apologizes. Case in point, Philip Ross is no longer with us. If you live in Florida or if you work in the Panhandle, you know who Philip Ross is. You met him once or twice. Great guy, got some issues, but he's gone. He is gone. Let me share one part at least. He is gone because he went to a clinic and there was nothing in the lockbox. So he says, the clinics reported 5 samples missed. He states he went to the clinic, they were closed. He went to the lockbox, there was nothing in there. And all he took a picture of was the sign of the building, showing that he was there. Which, once upon a time, that would have been all that's necessary. And I think that's kind of an issue some of us vets might have, is stepping up to these newer protocols and demands on us. But I think it's at the time where we either do or we don't. Philip is old enough and mature enough. He should have known better that wasn't going to fly, but it was his last time. So I got a call Monday that he can't return. He'll still be under me. I'll still sure I can find somewhere to put him, but I can't use him on that account. He didn't leave a snow card. He didn't even take a picture of the empty box. He just showed he was there, which the GPS would show that you're there. Which, for some reason, back in the day, that still would have been an issue if you didn't at least take a picture of the sign. But we're here. But again, they keep upgrading it, like a phone or any software. It gets updated. They find kinks, they update it, and it always takes one person to ruin it. I.e., Philip. I mean, hell, Philip is probably in part to blame for this because of what he did. He didn't leave. Listen, I hate snow cards. I'm going to be honest. I hate snow cards. I hate filling them out. And when I'm on a route long enough, I know who's open and who's not. I know what they typically do. I know their routine. And if they do something different out of their routine, then shit, catch me the next day. Be all right. Keep it in the fridge. You'll be all right. No. No. In the real world, that's not the case. Now, there are accounts like that, like MDL, which is human specimen pickup. And I only have a route here in Pensacola. So if you're not in that area, then it wouldn't necessarily apply. Plus, Dawn seems pretty happy on it. So until I get another one, probably isn't available yet. But if anyone's in the Panhandle and wants to train on it, that would be great. God forbid if Dawn goes down. But no, the snow cards are a pain in the butt. I'd have to go get a copy to show you guys an example. I know I showed Jackie an example the other day. See if I got a pen. But what you can do is, here's one thing I've learned to do, right? For me, I can't stand the snow cards, like I said. But they're necessary. We're at that point. You got to use them. At the top, it says your POD or proof of delivery or whatever, name of the clinic. Write that in, right? Then it says date and time. Well, it's a little line for date and time. This applies both to US Pack and Lab Express. This is an IDEXX thing, so same thing applies. In the date, you write in today's date, and the time you write in that time. Typically, you're probably there the same time every day. So here's what I would say going forward. If you're like me, and you absolutely hate snow cards, keeping up with them, keeping them from getting dirty, sometimes adhesive doesn't work, whatever. Well, the first time you get a clinic and they have and they don't have a sample in there, you write the date in there and the time along with the clinic name. And then the next time you visit and you need to fill out a snow card, you scratch that date out, and right below it, you write the next date that they need a snow card. Okay? I said this would be quick, and I'm going on almost 15 minutes here. So I'm at 13 minutes and some change, so I'm going to wrap it up in the next minute and a half. That's one way to do it. Otherwise, just fill out the snow. It really doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long to fill out a snow card. But as always, I try to find a way to appease everyone because we have to use them. And they are cracking down. And what they will say to me is, Anthony, this driver isn't doing this, that, or a third. We need another driver on that route or we'll take it. So leaving proof via receipt doesn't mean nobody said you had to fill out a fresh one every day. So again, that option is just for people who don't care for it. You A-type personalities, you rule followers, thank you. Thank you for, hey, Anthony, I need another book. Filling it out, putting another one in there. The only thing that they're against is slapping it on the door or a window. Some clinics have complained that the adhesive leaves a streak or somewhat. So if there is no lockbox out, find a respectable place to put the snow card. All snow cards are carbon copy, right? So whatever you write on the top layer will appear on the second layer, okay? And on the top layer, usually once you separate them, there's an adhesive part along the top that sticks. Dawn showed me something that she does where she'll take the adhesive, right, once she peels the carbon copy off, and she'll stick the top layer of the snow card on like a lip of the lockbox, right? And it just kind of hangs there. And so anytime she goes to that clinic, she just gets at a good angle to where it shows the info on the snow card, and you know, it's there. I'm going to throw another tip in. What I do when I'm running a route consistently, if I go to a clinic, especially one that doesn't put out stuff much, but I do this at all clinics, when I take out the samples, or once I'm done popping open the lockbox, I don't lock it back. I close the lid back. Now, for the ones that flap up and down, you got to lock it back, because it'll flop down this way and just stay open. You got to lock that one back. But for the ones that flip out, not out, keep it up, pop it open, right? Keep the lid up, turn the lock back. Two things that does: saves a little bit of time, 2 seconds maybe, but it allows you to, when you get back the next day, the next work day, if that, you got your phone with you, as soon as if you can easily, while bracing the box with your key, but if you can easily lift up the lockbox lid, all you got to do is, oh, there's my snow card, or empty box, boom, picture. But again, that's for people maybe like myself, who's always trying to find out a way to get faster. For you A-type personalities who you have no issue with doing everything to its full extent every time in a row, then hey, whatever works. This is no pressure. But I know I'm the type of person, I like to always try to figure out ways to be faster within the confines of the rules and regulations given to me. It gives me a sense of control almost, right? So if you're like that, then by all means, fill out the snow card, use the sticky adhesive to slap it on the lip of the lockbox inside, right? And especially for clinics that are frequently not putting anything out, you lift that lid up from the lockbox because you didn't lock it back from the previous day. You snap a picture. Well, actually, you cross out the date. You put the newest date, today's date, underneath where you scratched out the previous date, right? And you take a picture and you keep it rolling. That can help with timing on clinics that are almost a waste of time to go to every day, yet they pay us to go there every day, so we go there. They pay us every day to go there. So it's not my call to make them a call in. And I wouldn't try to convince them to, hey, just take us off, man. You don't need IDEXX. You barely use us. That ain't my call. It's no one's call, but IDEXX in the clinic themselves. So yeah, I'm tired, guys. I'm now at 19 minutes. Didn't mean it to be this long. But again, audits are happening. They're going back from July 1st till I have no idea. So if nothing, they're hyper focused on handoffs. But just the entire East Coast, no matter which account you're under, is under a magnifying glass. They'll either get rid of me or you. But either way, they'll get rid of you. Because if they get rid of me, they get rid of you. If they get rid of you by yourself, like they did Phil, then they got rid of Phil. Phil's gone. But even if they took the account from me, Phil would have been gone. So they're only worried about handoffs, but everything is under a magnifying glass. leave the snow cards. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? You went there. Okay, what did you see? Boom, picture. You can use the abbreviations to describe what you saw. CC, clinic close. LB, lockbox if you retrieved anything. SNO, left snow card. NSO, no sample out. If you don't have that key legend or abbreviation legend description, then let me know. I'll send it to you. But the POD line for both accounts, EC Mobile and Leads, you guys have to put the description at the top. Then you have the count bar, and then you have the photos. With Leads for LabExpress, you only have two photos you can use, but really all you guys need is two. So for you US PEC people, all you need is two. But that two should back up evidence of what you retrieved or how you or your claim that there's nothing there. I had Billy message me and say, "Hey Anthony, I need your people to start taking pictures of all of the building. If nothing, if there's no samples." I said, "You want us to take a picture of everything around the building?" He said, "Yeah. If there's nothing, then we need to prove that we checked the whole property." Again, just make sure that your pictures back up whatever it is that you put in that POD line, that description line. That's it. All right. 21 minutes, going on 22. Sorry about that. Tired, and I did the best I could, just freestyling it. Again, I didn't want to text everybody, but I'm going to send this to everybody. You can give me a shout individually to give me questions or concerns, because I'm going to push back. That's what I do. I care about you guys. I love the shit out of you guys. I'm going to push back. But I have to have the ammunition that we're doing the best we can with what we got before I can, or it's going to be a back and forth, and ultimately the customer's right. And if we're looking at it from a business perspective, US PAC and LabExpress are our customers. They're our customers. And we service their customers. So we got a lot of people to make happy, but as always, the job is easy. It is. It really is. And sometimes I wonder if when we do a good job, does it make them want to up the bar a little higher? I don't know, but it probably is a mixture of that and someone always messing it up and making things harder. But hey guys, appreciate you all. Good job out there. Again, I'll give you guys a shout individually to see if you check this out. If you did, please drop your route number in the comments. I'd appreciate it. And let me know. Let's talk so before I get any calls during the audit, I got receipts from you guys, and if nothing else, let me say this, and I swear this is it. They're not going to say, "Hey, your driver didn't do this or this." What they're going to look for is what happened, but they don't care what happened. What they want to hear is accountability. If you were just taking a picture of the sky and keeping it moving, say that, and knowing that, all right, I'll do the right thing. Just accountability. All right. Easy job, easy to get in the ruts. Ultimately, what matters is if we visit all our clinics and we get the stuff to where it goes. So what if we mess up on the data a little bit, right? Right. But wrong. So just accountability, because they're doing the audits. They're going to start calling. And I just want to have my ducks in a row to know what happened from your perspective. So give me a shout once you see this. First, drop your route number in there, and I'll give you a call as I see them. And yeah, good luck out there, guys. You guys doing great. And if you're in the Southeast, which most of you are, be careful. It's raining. It's raining bad. Talk to you.